Hi, I'm going to talk about the differences between Google Calendar and Apple Calendar today. Honestly, there are a lot of similarities between the two. They're both very convenient to use. They're accessible from any device. What I mean by that, they're pre-installed on most devices, except for the opponent's device. Both are free with any accounts that you created through either Apple or Gmail, and they're both easy to use and easy to navigate. So here on the Apple Calendar, some of the things I kind of discovered is that, again, Apple Calendar comes pre-installed on all Apple devices or web browsers through an iCloud account. Gives you the option of adding multiple accounts to the calendar. As you can see in the picture right here, you can use different colors for different calendars, different events. You can create events and send out calendar invitations, and also you can add directions on maps for the event you shared. If you're having a birthday party, across town, you can put in the address, and it will give them the address on the maps. Google Calendar, again, very similar features. Again, accessible from any device, mobile or computer. There's no manual needed for it. All you do is click on a day, enter an event, just kind of like the Apple Calendar was. You can add multiple calendars, a school calendar, work, birthday, sporting events, and I can show you that here in a little bit. And you can also add different colors to easily identify different events. And just like the Apple Calendar, you can also send out events through Google, mainly through all Google apps, included on this is Google Maps. I'm going to take a step back here for a second. First thing I did is I looked at Apple Calendar, and as you can see here, it's pretty neat, clean design. The ones that I don't use this, but looking up here, you can easily add different calendars. New event, new calendar. I have homework. Let's say this one's going to be social. And you can make this public, you can make it private, or you can add people to be able to see your calendar. So I found it pretty easy to add events. March 18th, I'm going to say there's a pizza party coming up. Whoops. And it's going to be, I'll just leave it there from noon to 1. If I wanted to add people, it'd be very easy. All I do is type in their email address right here, or the web page if I create a web page for it, and add any type of notes. But as I click OK, you'll see since it's blue, it's labeled blue on both sides. If I have something work coming up, I'll just simply click on work, add an event here. I have a meeting. Again, I'll just leave it at the 12 to 1. And just like that, I mean, pretty basic, pretty easy to use. You can have different views, day, week, month. I tend to like the month one personally myself. So now I'll move on to the Google Calendar. This is my work one. As you can see, I don't have a lot because I mainly use my personal one for all my events, but you can see over here all of the different calendars you can add to this. These are all my Google Classroom ones, and the thing I really like that Google Calendar does for me personally is, since we use Google Classroom, if I enter an assignment and put in the due date, it'll show up on my calendar and their calendar. So before I started this video, I created just kind of a fake assignment, and right here it says, hey, at 8 a.m. the chapter 13 review is done, and all the kids would see that. It reminds me that something's coming up. Okay, but as you can see, I have a lot of Google Classroom deals on here, and task reminders. It's also found it's very easy to add calendars to it. So what I did up here, this would be the safe one. This is our school calendar. Most websites have this add to calendar, so add to Google Calendar. When you click that, all you do is simply add it, and boom, there's all of our events for our school year coming up. Very, very easy, one click, very convenient to use. And since I am such a huge Chiefs fan, go Chiefs, Super Bowl champions, if I wanted to put something personal there, like add a schedule, add calendar to it'd be easy, add to calendar, click Google Calendar, and I would simply select all games. I'm not going to do that since this is my school one, but again, just very, very easy to use. So going back to my conclusion is that I found that Google Calendar seems to be a little more user-friendly, organized, and easily accessible. It's compatible with with Google Classroom, which is what I use on a daily basis here in my classroom. And again, it's very easy to add other calendars to it and add color schemes, just like you could with Apple. At the end of the day, it comes to a matter of preference. Me personally, I love Google Calendar, but I know there are other people that would rather prefer the Apple Calendar. It comes down to which one you prefer the most.